Good evening, folks. How you doing? Happy Wednesday evening. I hope it's a nice evening for you. Got a few topics I want to talk to you about that I've been seeing all around, and I want your idea on it. Um, First thing is Elon Musk. He wants to buy TikTok. I don't know. There's talk about it. There's a lot of negativity. I don't really use TikTok much, but I was seeing others talk about it and show clips of how they're going to quit TikTok and they're all against it. And I don't know. I don't use TikTok. I tried to get used to it and it's just not for me. So I'm here on YouTube. I don't use Facebook either. I do use X. I do use X. And a lot of times I will copy my video or, share my videos over on X. But I don't know. How do you guys feel? I want to know your comments. I want to know, how do you feel about Elon possibly buying TikTok? I mean, if he was going to buy another platform, what about this one? It would be nice to be able to say without fluffing things, just saying. That's what all my pauses are for when I'm talking, is because I don't want to slip up. So I have to choose my words very carefully. But here's another thing that's going on too, is there's a lot of chatter about the upcoming event on the 20th, the changing of the guard. Got to be careful with that one too. I don't know if anybody watches Nancy Drew, Kelly Brady on, I think she's on Facebook. She posts on Facebook and she walks through DC, shows what's going on. She made a video today, as a matter of fact. Wow. Lots of fencing, unclimbable fencing. I mean, all around. And there's supposed to be mega number of troops there and security, and they're really, there's been threats. There are viable threats. There's a lot of, what do you want to call it? Resentments. There's a lot of, can't let this happen, not from the majority, it's from the blue. I got to be careful here, folks. You know what I'm saying. They're very upset that Kamala didn't get in. And there's viable threats that's been made. And so there's a lot of security going up. And by the way, if you're planning on going, and I have heard there's a lot of people that plan on going, so please be careful. And you know, we don't need any more innocent people getting hurt. And we had enough with Lahaina, New Orleans, North Carolina, and now LA. And we certainly don't need any more. No more catastrophes. So, I'm got my own thoughts on that. I could care less if there's a ceremony or not. As a matter of fact, I prefer that there wouldn't be. I prefer that take it to an anonymous military base, do it there, do it at Mar-a-Lago, would do it somewhere else. You don't need to do it there, and you don't need to put yourself out there to be a target. You just don't. And th- th- there's there's been ugly threats like that kind of, not just that kind, horrible. So, like I said, to me, I just get on the television and say, "Okay, it's done." You know, we're done with that. Uh, there's a new leader. That's all. That's all. I don't need to see a big ceremony. I don't need to see a big crowd. I don't need to see the little walk down Pennsylvania Avenue. I don't need to see any of that. My concern is safety, getting on with business, and let's go. We've waited long enough, Well, the majority of us anyway. We've waited long enough. So, safety should be the very utmost of importance, and not only for the leader and the family, but also for those attending. You don't know what might happen, and we certainly don't need w- the population, the people. I think you can all agree with me. Nobody needs to put themselves in harm's way or possible harm's way. Probable harm's way. So, anyway, here's another thing that I wanted to talk to you about targets. I'm hearing in the back channels that they're expecting events, not just that one. They want people to be aware. There's a lot of chatter going on about events taking place, um, like Lahaina and the fire there, like New Orleans and the crowd strike there, North Carolina and the flood there, the LA fires, and we're think about the mass casualties, deaths, that those are the events. Now, look at your other likely areas that could be a target. Okay, we've talked about, you know, this color. cities. We've talked about that. But, it could be any city. I mean, it doesn't have to be this color. It could be it could be anywhere. It could be anywhere. And I want you folks to really be aware. I want you don't live in fear, but just there is nothing wrong with being alert. There, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with, if going somewhere and having somebody with you. There's nothing wrong with that either. There's nothing wrong with being aware of who's around you and what are they doing. Are they focusing on you? Or are they minding their own business? There's a big difference, when you are going somewhere. If somebody is, you could kind of feel the eyes on you. If you get that kind of a feeling, you need to put your guard up. You need to change what you're doing, change where you're standing, change something. I mean, we can't leave ourselves vulnerable. But I'm not telling you to stop living. I'm not telling you to stop going out. I'm not telling you to live in fear. That's not what I'm telling you. I'm just telling you to be careful, be aware, know your surroundings, know, you know, if you're going to a movie, know your exit points, know just be careful, be aware. And there's nothing wrong with safety. And it's not just now, this is all the time. There's a lot of, uh, the population is changing. We all know this, right? And so it doesn't have to be just in January. Uh, These other events didn't happen just in January, but we should always be careful. We should always, be on guard a little bit and you just don't take safety for granted because it's not the way we have to live right now, you know? And so when you get those gut instincts, listen, you know? And if you're really feeling uneasy and impression, breathe, take deep breaths, and just try to relax. And, just because if you're all full of anxiety, you don't think straight. And you got to keep your head about you. You really have to. And so I just wanted to touch on these subjects. I really want you to make comments about TikTok. What's your views about how would you feel if Elon really did purchase TikTok? How would that make you feel? And, let me know. Are you planning on going to the inauguration? I'd like to know. I I really would like to know. Please leave comments and I will always answer back. And please like the video, please share, please subscribe, and let's reach more people. Let's really extend this invitation out and let's grow these numbers because it just kinda makes you lose enthusiasm when, it's hard getting these channels started, and I'm not asking for 1,000,000 people. I'm just asking for a little attention. Everybody likes attention. A little attention here. This is homework, a lot of work. So I just wanted to put that out there. I wanted to find out how you're feeling, what you think. You know, if there's a topic you want me to talk about, let me know in the comments. And with that, I'm going to wish you a very nice rest of your evening. And let's see where this goes. Let's see what happens. Let's observe what's going on for the next couple of days. And please be careful out there. I love you and God bless all of you. And I'll probably see you later.